Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I feel like doing this video outside of my normal rotation. I thought it would just be funny to do because I've had people come in and say stuff like, "Oh, all you do is focus on heavy lifting and you don't do any hypertrophy work or rep work," which always seems weird to me. So I just took one set of each of my hypertrophy lists from this week, just from this week, from the vlogs, and I thought I would just kind of rotate them into one one little clip for you guys to see. So there I am doing some flat back ultra wide pause benching, right, to help with my pecs, and of course I did incline benching on the same day as well. So I'm doing rep work, hypertrophy work there for my chest. Here's me doing, some sets of 10 on pull-ups, right? Come in and do pull-ups. I like to superset the pull-ups with the benching. For those who don't actually follow my vlogs, they're probably not aware. Like right now, after every set of bench, I do a set of pull-ups back and forth. Right, I like to superset opposing muscle groups, particularly like right now when I'm trying to get in better shape. I'm working on conditioning, dieting down, trying to get rid of that extra fluff in the loose skin area and love handle area. So, I'm going to drop probably another 10 pounds and assess it. Trying to do plenty of conditioning stuff just to try to just get in better shape. So let's see, what else do I do? Wide grip incline benching with a pause. We touch the chest on every rep, right? Controlled from a dead stop, focusing on really stretching my upper chest on this. Because again, good idea. Carries over to my benching big time. Like my incline has really good carryover to my flat bench. Anytime I get stronger at incline work, my flat bench tends to go up. So it's a good idea for me to do it. Let's see. Here we go. I like to superset the incline work with strict rows right now, right? Just strict bent over rows. So these are lighter. I know you guys have seen me do up to 275 for rep work off the floor. But when I'm doing these real strict, I try not to do that. I try to get really strict, get a full stretch at the bottom so that my lats get worked really well, just like I like to pause at the bottom of the pull-ups, right? And so in between every set of my incline, I do these. So I like to do 3 sets of each, back and forth as a superset. Then, of course, we do curls. Yeah, we like to do curls. So again, here on this day, I'm doing them super strict. We pause at the bottom. I'm leaned forward just a little bit, right, so that I can get that full stretch at the bottom. Come up. I'm doing these almost like a drag curl, so I'm pulling the elbows back so that there's still tension maintained at the top of the lift, right? Because again, I need bigger arms. Everyone agrees, everyone knows my arms, biceps and triceps need to be bigger. They probably hold me back from having a decent physique in addition to that extra fluff in the love handle area. Probably my biggest personal obstacle for me, because overall thickness not really a problem. I do tons of hypertrophy work, but I do need bigger arms. All right, here, now that my shoulder mobility is improved, I like to do right now, I've been doing behind the head extensions, forces me to use a lighter weight. Although, I may go back to skull crushers to the forehead because I do get a good stretch on those. I may do that coming up, but at least for the last couple of weeks, I've been doing this, for like sets of 15, and we superset it with those curls, right? We do them supersets back and forth. Again, just helps keep my heart rate up, gives me a little better training economy. Right, so this is what I do after the heavy bench. So like even on the workout day that I did this, I did a heavy set of pause benching, then weighted pull-ups, and then I jump into all this rep work. Right, that's how we do it. That's how we do it on Team Blaha. Right, I really spend most of my time doing hypertrophy stuff. It's a big part of what I do. Again, I like to do pullovers near the end. It's kind of at the end of my workout. I like to do the pullovers. They've really been helping with my shoulder mobility. Right, they've been helping a lot because that's, again, a problem for me, something I'm working on. So that I actually, by doing these, it was allowed me to be able to do pull-ups again. I couldn't do them. This is allowing me to do them again so that we can work those different angles. I like the pullover. I like the stretch that it creates. I feel like it's a good exercise for the lats, the chest, the long head of the tricep. I like to do these for higher reps, and as I get really close to the end, I start pausing longer. I like to pause and get that stretch near the very end. Take deep breaths, drop the hips a little bit, try to focus on getting that stretch on it, you know. So again, people who make the comments on how I train are clearly unaware. All right, here I did some squatting, did sets of 10 with this. Again, I'm working on building up these Olympic type squats. So this is all beltless, narrow stance, high bar. So after my heavier squatting, I like to do these back down sets. So this is some sets of 10 I did. And again, what I'm trying to do on these is sink them deep, nice narrow stance so I can really work the quads. Right? The whole idea here is to get the quads into that lengthened position, get that good stretch. Right? So I'm doing these are full squats. This is Olympic style squatting. This is not power squatting. Again, trying to bring my quads back up. Because again, I'm cutting right now, my quads are smaller. I really am hoping to go off some old muscle memory by doing this, bring those quads up a little bit, right? Be a good idea. And this is a great exercise to do it. Again, just get in and do some quality rep work on high bar squatting like that. Then, of course, the same workout after I do my conventional deadlifting, because I'm not doing that really for high reps, so I didn't include that, obviously. But I like conventional deadlifting. Then afterwards, I like to follow up with some RDLs right now. Again, great hamstring builder, great carryover to the conventional deadlift. It's a really good exercise for really bringing up the hamstrings. Because again, it puts a nice solid stretch on the hamstring. So on these, again, the same thing. Take them deep, full range of motion, try to control it, try to get that stretch at the bottom, right? So the main thing is getting a deep stretch on the hamstrings. So I think as people watching this, anyone who says that is probably starting to feel silly, because this is normal parts of my workout. This is what I do. And in fact, a lot of this accessory work, I do try to think a little bit like a bodybuilder. Am I stretching the muscle? Am I working the muscle? Am I getting a full range of motion? Right? That's the stuff that we care about on that. And then I finish up, with some hanging leg raises because they're just an all-around good core exercise. And my core is feeling a little weak right now, so I could stand to work on it. So I finish up usually my lower body days with 3 sets of this. But yeah, this is the sort of stuff I do outside of the heavy lifting. This is normal training. I do this sort of rep stuff 4 days a week, after my heavy stuff. So this is actually really how I train. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.